37. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman, across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Leopard! Watch him now, Barney!
Ito Smith, his first carry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time at a shutdowns.
We got three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Leopard!
Here's Coleman on the toss. He finds some open field here. Finding room inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
No. Check. Patriot! Now, Barney! Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Moore. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Newton. And dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
This is taken at the 18. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Shaw. This one's caught by Ridley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Shaw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there and sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Gano's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Hot!
Moore looking to throw on second down. And Jones has it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
Moore now to throw on second down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. K1 short. Able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Detroit! Detroit!
Moore now. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try and pick it up in McCaffrey. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This is taken at about the 14. Fights loose. And now the spin. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. Starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense. Big play for the defense.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Lucky 56. Gone.
On 1st down, Moore. He's airing it out for Sanu. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And the return will stop right around the 25.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to fire one deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe they'll play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here's Newton now on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Here we go.
Now Newton on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And it's second down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. On second and 10, Newton going up top. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Leopard! Leopard!
They begin the drive with Coleman. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. To throw on second down. Moore. Sitting with a grab over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Leopard! Leopard!
Coleman. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. To throw is Moore on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this two shall pass, and finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Panthers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. The Panthers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Newton throwing again. Flushed out right. And he fires one incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Off-play action. Newton. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Devin Funchess, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Graham Gano on for the extra point. Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So out come the Falcons now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone, 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 gone. Gone, 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 gone.
Here's Moore, looking to throw on 2nd down. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Can we go back to the days where if you tapped your wrist as a quarterback, that just meant you're going to spike the ball, not fake spike it and try and get something downfield? They just tried it there, and it wasn't successful, but I know what you're thinking, right?
Dan Marino, Jets, 90s.
Yeah, without a doubt. His Dolphins got over on them. They faked the spike play, thought they were going to stop the clock, ended up throwing a nice pass for a touchdown, I believe.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The Panthers are going to take another timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And the Panthers coming out now. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Throw left side complete. That's Bird. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. They fake the give. Newton. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Leopard! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Gone!
Now Moore to throw from his end zone. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Well, so they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And some room to roam now. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
You know, has to be really happy after that play. The offensive line. To be able to create space in that situation when everything's jammed in and everyone knows you're going to run it, that's a big-time play.
Yeah, because you're probably just thinking, hey, let's get to the 4 or 5 and get some breathing room, right?
That's all you're asking for. That's all your punter's asking for. Instead, he's not necessary now.
Leopard! Gone! Detroit!
Moore off the play fake. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Coleman now. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he's struggling, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bird. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 17-14. Gano out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he's able to hold on to the football.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Moore. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And some space here. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's brought down. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Newton on 1st down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
20. Ready? 180.
To throw on 2nd down. Newton flush to his right. Open man is Samuel, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey. Do something. Gun. 20.
To the air again, Newton. Here as he's taken down. Brooks Reed in there to make the play. It'll be a loss of 14, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Jack, Patriot!
Here's Coleman. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Falcons on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 39. Detroit!
More now, operating from the gun. And it's complete. Hooper. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. He got 29 yards that time. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now he spins free. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Looking to throw. More. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The safety, Ross Cockrell, there to knock that one away.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
From the gun on 3rd down. Moore. He finds Coleman. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Moore now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. And that'll set them back 5. The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. This is Coleman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Leopard!
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Moore. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Jackson, the first of his career. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Taking a shot. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down. To throw is Moore on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way down to the 36-yard line.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here we go, fellas. Hey, hey. Gun. That's it. 780.
To throw on second down is Newton. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
They don't want it. Leopard! Keep playing hard. Gun! Let's get back there to that Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot!
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And Jones has it over the middle. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll run it here. Good move at the 30. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, 81 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons are close to finishing off this football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Panthers are going to take another timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on 1st down. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Falcons, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home.